Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're having a Q&A for my 500 subscriber goal. So yay, we hit it. All right, stick around. Hi everyone. Okay, so first of all, thank you, everybody, for being so kind and so sweet and for stopping by and seeing my channel. I don't know what to say. I am very, very, very touched. So thank you very much. And because I hit 500 subscribers today, yay! Thank you very much, everybody, near and far. I decided that I'm going to do a Q&A so you can learn a little bit about me. So here we go. I posted about a week ago. I posted on Instagram for people to send me some questions. And so today I'm going to read and hopefully answer them. All right. So it's probably going to be a little bit longer of a video. So hold on one second. Let's start with this question is from What the Flock Farms. He asked what my first houseplant was. I believe my very first houseplant was a golden pothos. And I think I got a spider plant at the same time. But the golden pothos, my mom ended up getting me when I moved into my very first place. And unfortunately, that thing got so massive and life got in the way and I don't have it anymore. So, but it was a golden pothos. Jade Baker 91 asks, how did I get into plants? I got into plants because they're cool. Because it's fun to watch something grow. I live in Minnesota and there's snow about 9 months out of the year and it's white and it's depressing. So having a little greenery around always made me feel better, especially I'd say in the last year or so. But I got into the houseplants because I had anxiety or have anxiety, and this is just one way for me to relax. It's one way for me to take care of something. So that's how I got into houseplants. Let's see. Allie's Plants asks, what's my favorite type of plants? And that is a good question. I would say my favorite types of plants would have to be philodendrons and, oh man, it's a toss-up. Philodendrons, monsteras, and peperomias, since I have a lot of philodendrons and I have a lot of peperomias, but monsteras just have my heart too. So let's see. Steph Hall asks, tell me about your childhood. Well, I was born and raised in Minnesota. I have a brother. I have 2 awesome nephews. And I have my buddy, the dog. You guys have seen him on this channel a couple times. I've been working for the cable company for 20 years. Yeah, insert jokes here. We're not all that bad. I've lived in Minnesota all my life. I actually am a green belt in karate, and unfortunately my karate career is over now because about 5 years ago, I had fractured my foot non-karate related, by the way, but I had fractured my foot, and since the last 6 years, I've had about 3 or 4 surgeries. And unfortunately now, I've got a permanent disability because of this lovely foot. So, unfortunately, karate is over. And I think, since that was my passion, I think actually plants have actually become my passion. So, yeah. But yeah, I've been working at the cable company since 20 years. I like karate. I love watching home improvement TV shows on like HGTV. I love doing DIYs to my house. I mean, I've put in, I'll brag for a second. When I first moved in here, I put in a brand new toilet all by myself. Had no clue what I'm doing. I've put in new doors, I've put in new light fixtures, I've put ceiling fans in, I've put thermostats in. I totally redid my kitchen cabinet, resurfaced the kitchen cabinets. Last summer, winter, I took all the carpet out of my house with the exception of my bedroom, and I removed it all and I laid down new flooring. And so, oh yeah, and I also love to do thrifting. And when I go thrifting, I have a guilty pleasure of getting older antique furniture that is on the brink of death and refinishing it, basically stripping it and breathing some new life back into it. So those are a few things that I totally enjoy doing. So great question, Steph. Let's see, what else do we got? Nikki from Plants, Pots, and Whatnots. She asked, what's my favorite plant that I own? And what plant do you not like that you don't own? And what plant do you not like that you don't own? My least favorite plant that I own right now, oh man, I really don't have one. I've got a bird of paradise that I bought in a 2-inch, 4-inch pot in May that has basically exploded and it just broke out of an 8-inch pot. I really just want to leave it outside, but you know what happens in Minnesota? If you leave things outside like that, they don't see the spring. But I did bring it in, but I don't know if it's really going to make it. So I would say that's probably right now one of my least favorite, where if something happened to it, it happened to it. And what plant do you not own? What plant do you not like that you don't own? You know, I don't know. I would say probably a succulent of some sort. I mean, I've tried succulents. Succulents just don't like me. So if I had to choose, I would probably say, sorry, succulents. So good question, Nikki. Let's see. My Clean Leaves, hey girl, asks, how old is Buddy? Buddy is 7. He just turned 7 August 3rd. Buddy is, according to his DNA, he is 50% Siberian Husky and 50% Treeing Walker Coonhound. and he is actually the size of a full-grown Great Dane. So lots of plants and living with a miniature horse means not much room in this little townhouse, but I wouldn't change anything. He is actually majorly anxiety ridden. When I got him, I adopted him at the Humane Society, and nobody really wanted him, and he kept getting overlooked, and he's sitting there staring at me as I'm talking about him. Nobody really wanted him. He was skin and bones, and I got him when he was 10 months old. And I'll just go on a rant first, or not a rant, but a tangent for a second. When I first got him, he would not listen. I have never had a dog before, and I don't have kids, so it was very, 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 very new to me, this whole thing. Luckily, I found a great vet, and we tried everything. We tried, because she knew he was a great dog. It's just that we had to figure him out. And she was actually the one that helped me get the DNA test done on him, so we knew what we needed to do in order to combat all of his anxiety issues. So since he was tied out and left for dead in the forest during a tornado, because his breed down south is known for that, he was severely emaciated, and trust was not good. And I actually brought him in to do some training at a local place that does training. And they basically told me, don't waste your money because you can't train a hound. So, of course, that crushed me. So I went back to the vet, and we tried I don't know how many other things. And unfortunately, or fortunately, he is now my Prozac puppy. And let me tell you, he has put on weight because we couldn't put weight on him before. He has put on weight. He's great off leash, except for if you see a squirrel or a rabbit. Yeah, he's a hunting dog. And he's the best dog ever. So yeah, he's also, one last little story and then we'll get back to plants. About 3 years ago, and keep in mind, he wasn't trained for anything when I got him. About 3 years ago, I was leaving my bedroom, and he kept like tugging on my sweatshirt arm, and like he was pulling me back into my room for something. And then he'd jump over the bed and go into a corner, and he's just Buddy. So I turned around to leave the room again, and he jumped over the bed, and he did the same thing. So I ended up following him back to that corner, and he just sat there and like with his nose to the corner in the wall, and I'm like, I don't know. So I put his long leash on. We went outside, and right outside the wall in that corner is a gas meter. And I just let him wander around and everything. And then keep in mind, I was just about ready to light the barbecue up. But all of a sudden, so I had him on his long leash, and I decided, I'm going to sit down and see if he calms down. All of a sudden, I smelled a puff of natural gas, and he came running right to me. And I grabbed my phone, and I went over to my neighbor's house and called the gas company. They came out, and I showed them exactly what he did, and they were just amazed. They've heard it happen, but they've never seen it. So actually, Buddy actually saved not only my house, but I live in a quadplex. He saved the whole complex. So yay, Buddy! Okay, so if you're still with me, let's move on to more planty things. So thanks for the question, Nicole. Let's see. It's Pamela asks what my number one wish plant is. I would say, oh man. It was just a Monstera Peru, but I got one of those last weekend. My second one that I would love to see would be a ZZ Raven. So that would be kind of cool. And I've never seen any of those around here. But we'll stick to the Raven. That'll be my new number one wish list plant. Wished list plant, yes. Let's see. My friend Norma asks me what my favorite color is, what's my favorite movie, and what my favorite holiday is. I would say my favorite color is either red or that like royal purple, but it's a very, 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 very close to number one on both of them. My favorite movie, I would say it has any movie that has my man, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Sorry, that's, I could sit and watch that man all day. I followed him ever since he was day one in the WWE way back in the day. But yeah, he's got some good movies and not so good movies, but I still like him. And he's an all-around great guy, too. My favorite holiday, I would say I love the holiday season, like Christmas and New Year's, just because it's the cozy time. I love being cozy. I love having like the Christmas tree up and just the holiday feeling, so to speak. So that looks like the end of my questions. Let me just go through one more time. Oh, Planting the World Red, didn't forget about you, asks, how long have I had my Planty obsession? Well, I would say it's probably a year and a half, but it's been really strong, I'd say, within this last year. But I have absolutely no regrets, and this community is awesome, and I don't know what I would do without you guys. So thank you. Thank you everybody for either doing videos on the hashtag plantykindnessproject. Those are all awesome. I still am just in shock that each and every one of you guys have and wanted to take the time to film videos like that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. As well as everybody on Instagram that has shared the hashtag plantykindnessproject. I never realized that just making one video that I honestly didn't think anybody would see would make it this far. And what's quite interesting that I don't know if many people know, that up till that video was pretty much the video before that was going to be my last video, because I kind of lost faith and hope, and with you guys and gals renewed that. So thank you very much, and I am so happy that you guys are all in my Planty family. So I hope you guys have a great day, and take care of yourselves, and make sure you spread that Planty Kindness project, even if you just go and make somebody smile or say, hey, that's a nice shirt you're wearing. So just be nice, be kind. All right, thanks, bye.